Sonia, you can allow all the teachers now. Welcome teachers, welcome to today's live class with teacher class. Excited to have you all here. Please let us know your name, your school name, your city in the chat box. Also let us know how are you feeling today. And we will just wait for 1 minute and then we will begin the session. Welcome teachers, excited to see you all here. I am Umesh and I will be your moderator for today. Welcome Anamika ma'am. Welcome teachers. Please let us know your name, your city, your school name, and also let us know how are you feeling today. Welcome teachers, welcome to today's live class with teacher class. So teachers who are not able to hear the audio, they can actually join by clicking on these options like join with computer audio, or if they are joining from their computer, and they can click on call via device audio if they are joining from their mobile devices. I'll just keep this screen for a few more seconds. Welcome teachers, very excited to see teachers from different cities, Mumbai, Kanpur, Mysore. Welcome teachers, please let us know your name, your school name, your city, and how are you feeling today about this session. So today we will be exploring Seesaw. So we have our expert facilitator Sumedha Sodhi ma'am, who will be taking you all through this application or this platform called Seesaw. So before we begin today's session, I would like to set some expectations for this session. We will be recording this session and we are already live on our YouTube channel. So please do not worry about recording, and please mute yourself for better audio quality, and please keep your videos off. अपना वीडियो बंद रखिए, ऑफ रखिए. So this will help us with the video quality of the session. And please ask your questions in the chat box. Ask as many as questions you want, and please try to keep your questions related to today's application or today's platform Seesaw. And we will try to pause as we receive many questions, and then try to make note of all the important tips and tricks shared in this session in your like notebook or on a laptop or phone. And please try to save all the shared links in the chat for later reference. Stay engaged, ask questions. Also, you can answer questions of other teachers if you are already aware about the answer. And please participate on all poll live question and answers and polls. So this will help us design a good experience for you. All right. So I would request Sonia to share our website address with all the participants, which is teachaclass.org. So before we begin today's session, I would like to take you all through our work at Teacher Class. So our vision is to empower teachers with 21st century skills so that they can lead themselves and their classrooms. And how do we do this? We do this by offering three things. The first one is we offer offline tools for classroom. We offer free video tutorials on our YouTube channel on various tools, which can be which you can watch at a later time, and then you can learn at your own pace. And our third offering is we offer free live classes like this one which you have attended. So you can always like sign up for our upcoming live classes. So once you visit our website, I think my screen is not visible. I'll just try to share my screen again. All right. So I think now you will be able to see on the screen. So teachers, I'm stopping my video. I'm switching off my video. That is affecting my internet connectivity. So you will not be able to see me, but you will be able to hear me. So as you can see on the screen, yeah. So yeah, as you can see on the screen that this is our website. So once you visit our website, this is the page you will be able to see. You can actually click on this button and register with us. So you will be part of the teachers community where we have more than 5,000 teachers. You can sign up for a live class. When you click on this, you will be able to see the schedule for all the upcoming classes here. And do not worry, we will also share the schedule here in the chat box in some time. And you will be able to sign up for any live class whenever you click on sign up for live class. This is our tool repository. You will find different tools here, and then whenever you open the tool, you will find information about the tool and also related tutorial videos. These are our offline paid tools. I think my screen is not visible.
Umesh, I can see your screen.
Sonia, can you see the offline paid tools page?
No, no.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So the thing has stuck. Okay, all right, no issues. So you can like visit our website and you can register for our upcoming classes as well. So like before, without wasting any further time, I would like to release a poll now. Hello, Sonia. Can I request you to release the poll? I'm not able to release the poll. Can you release the first poll, please? Yeah. So teachers, now you can see on your screen that we have released our poll. So let us know, teachers, how comfortable you feel with the platform called Seesaw. Uh, Let us know. And I would request all the teachers to please take part in this poll. This will help us to understand where you stand. Sonia, how many responses have we got on the poll?
Umesh, we've got only 53 teachers who responded. That's 66%.
Okay. Teachers, I would request everyone to take part in this poll. This will help us improve our upcoming classes. And this will actually help us know where you stand with this application. All right, now I can see only like 55 teachers have answered. I would request all the teachers to take part in this poll. All right, we'll keep the poll live for 10 more seconds. I would strongly request all the teachers to take part in this poll. If you are not able to see the poll on your screen, you can try to swipe your screen if you are joining from your mobile phone. You can come to the main screen to see the poll. All right, now I'm going to end the poll and share the results. All right, as we can see on the screen that around 82% of the teachers are not aware about Seesaw at all. So I think you have come to the right place, and Sumedha ma'am will be taking you all through the Seesaw platform with real time examples which will help you to use Seesaw in your class. Now I'm going to stop sharing results. And over to you, Sumedha ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, for the overwhelming welcome. Good afternoon, all the educators. Thanks for joining in. I know you are super enthusiastic about the session today because Seesaw is a tool which many of you are not aware of, according to the results I have seen from the poll. So, we are going to have a very nice experience, and please do try this particular digital platform with your students. That will give an entirely new flavor to your virtual classroom. So let us start the presentation. I'm going to share my screen with everyone. Umesh sir, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible and clear, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. So today we are going to have a interactive session on a platform which is called Seesaw. Most of you must have just heard about this platform, but maybe not aware. I'm Sumedha Sodhi, and in my last 13 years of experience in teaching, I have taught classes 6 to 10th. I'm a Seesaw pioneer teacher, and this is my Twitter handle. So please do follow me at Twitter for more such EdTech tools and information about the coming up sessions. Now, what is the plan for today that we are going to explore is, first of all, we are going to have the introduction of the platform Seesaw, which are the creative built-in tools which make Seesaw different from the other platforms. Explore Seesaw as a perspective of a teacher and a student. What are the different classroom ideas that you can have on the Seesaw app? And then the question answer session. So, talking about what is Seesaw? Seesaw is the best platform for empowering the students to demonstrate and share their learning. Students can prepare their digital portfolios. Formative insights can be taken up by the child, knowing about the own learning which is happening within the child. And also the positive point that you have for this platform is even the parents can participate and see the activities which are being done by their children. So how does this work? From where does the work Seesaw comes into picture? So students are creating their post using the different creative Seesaw tools. Parents are also participating in the platform by looking into what their child is doing. Once the child put the post, the teacher can approve the post put by the child and share the feedback with the children. So this is how the entire loop goes on and on. And that is why the platform has been named as Seesaw. So it is a free tool with very good features, but for the premium features, definitely we have to pay. And it works on every device, whether it is an iOS device, Chromebooks, computer with either the Google Chrome extension or Firefox extension, Kindle, Android devices. So how does it work? Students use different creative tools to capture and demonstrate their learning in the form of portfolios. Teachers give their valuable insights and feedback into what students can understand and where the child is lacking. Families can also see their child's work and leave comments and encouragement remarks for the students. So let us see what are the creative features which make this platform really great. So the first built-in feature of this particular platform is the camera option, which allows the child to take the photographs of various objects and portray the learning which is happening in the real life scenario. So this option is really good for teachers and students. Now these are the different digital tools which are inbuilt in the system. There is a camera tool, there is a drawing tool, there is a video tool, there is an option to upload where the child can upload their documents in form of photographs, in the form of files, in the form of videos. The child can make notes in the platform and also share important links with the teacher. So this is how the platform makes it a multimedia resource center where the child can depict his or her own learning in terms of the tools which are designed by the teacher. So how to use this platform? Without wasting time, let us all get started with Seesaw and sign in. So this is the first page that you see when you log in into the website. That is web.seesaw.in, or simply if you go to Google and type seesaw.com, it will take you to this particular page. This is the first dashboard where you will be logging in into. Then, as the other websites that we have explored in the past, it will ask you to log in or sign up. So as a new user, you have to first log in because you have to sign up because you are not having an account there. But if you already have an account at Seesaw, maybe you have explored it somewhere in the past, so you can use the same ID. Otherwise, you have to go to the option sign up for free. So once you go to this website, this is the laptop or the web browser display which will appear. When you log in through your Google ID or you make a new ID, so it will ask you whether you are a teacher or you are a student or you are a family member. Since this app also allows the family connections, that is why it gives you three options. So this is the web display and this is the mobile display that you will see. So when you click on that I am a teacher, it is going to ask you few details which you can sign up. Your first name, your last name, your email, your password. And if you don't want to use this, you don't want to create a new particular sign in for the Seesaw, you can simply use the Gmail ID which you already have and you can use that. Then we are going to also see in the demo how you can create a new class, or you can invite your students and create a class from the CSV file or the Excel sheet, or you can also import your students from the Google Classroom into the Seesaw app. And these are the different kind of codings that we as teachers will be doing to create interactive assignments for the students. So let me take you to the app and let us start doing a demo for a first-hand experience of the app. So I request everyone, if you want to do it side by side, you can minimize the Zoom window and you can come to the web browser on your screens, and in the Google you have to type in seesaw.com. So this is the first address that the Google is reflecting to me, web.seesaw.me. So I will simply click on this web address. Once I click on this web address, it will take me to the Seesaw dashboard, the same one which I was showing you. So once you have already logged in into the Seesaw app, you can simply click on login, or if you are the first time user, you have to use this particular option, sign up for free. So I am doing login since I already have an account here. Once you click on sign up, it will ask you whether you are a student or a teacher. Please click on I am a teacher. And once you click on I am a teacher, it will ask your Gmail ID to log in. And this is the dashboard which you will be taken into. This is the first page. Once you log in, you will be taken to this particular platform. So there are some important tabs which I am going to tell you. So this is the place where your name will appear. And once I click this, it gives me an option of adding the classes. So here I can create up to 10 classes in the free version. In the free version of Seesaw, it gives me option of creating new classes where I have to simply go and click, and this gives me an option of create your class. So let me create a class here, teacher class. So this is my class I have created. I will select the grade, and there is a checkbox option which I have to always click in this particular platform to go ahead. So I will
Sumedha,
simply click. Yes, ma'am.
can I request you to switch your video off as the screen is coming blurred?
Okay, sure, ma'am. Just a minute. So I'm going to share my screen again. Just let me know if it is better. Is it fine, ma'am, now? Sonia, ma'am?
It's a little better. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So once I go to my dashboard option and I clicked on create a new class, so I can see a class has been created for me, which is saying teach a class. This is my class which I have created. Once I click on this option, teach a class, so it tells me that there are no students yet. I can see here it is saying 0 items. So this is the place where all my students' name will be reflecting. But right now I do not have students in my class. So now how to add the students? This is the second step. First step is I am repeating to set up a class. And for doing that, you have to go to this left this corner, left hand side corner on the top of your screen. You will see your name reflecting there. Simply go and create a class. Now, second step is you have to invite your students to come and enter in your class. So this wrench that you see on the top right hand corner is the magic button for the Seesaw. This is going to do all the kind of settings you require for your Seesaw app. So once I click on this wrench option, this kind of window is going to appear, which is going to give me all sorts of class settings that I can do. So I have to invite the students in my class. So there are settings like what is my class name? So it is saying teacher class. What is the grade level? I have already selected the grade level as other. This is manage teachers option is if you want to invite other core teachers into your class. So in the free version, there can be 2 teachers in the same platform. You can invite a core teacher in the free version, but it is a limitation of adding up to 2 teachers. So one is you and other is your core teacher who can be your partner in the free version of Seesaw. This is my class theme. I can choose any color theme for my class. So it will change to that particular color. And this is the icon. I can also choose different icons for my students to recognize the class. So right now it has given me TA because it was related to teacher class. Now here comes in the student settings. How my students are going to sign in. What is the mode of my children sign in? Are they having one-to-one devices or they are in groups? So since in the virtual environment, my students are having one-to-one devices, so I will be choosing this option only where it is written one-to-one device, and I will go to manage students. Once I go to manage student option, it shows me an option at the bottom, add students. One sample student is already there. So that is for me to experience the student view, but I will go to add student. So once I click on this button, add student, it is showing me, please enter a name for the new student. So how I have to add my new students? I will simply go at the bottom and I will type the name of a student. So for example, right now I don't know your names. So I am doing it as a student 1 and I will simply click here, add student. Now there is another option of pasting the list of students. So if you already have the names of your students in some your Gmail account or maybe as a Word document or Excel sheet, you can simply copy and paste the names of all the students in the list here. You need not add all the students one by one. But since I don't have the list of names of all the educators participants who are today in the live session today, so I am randomly adding you as student 1, student 2, student 3. So this is how I am going to add the students. So once I add all the students, so I have added 5 students over here. So this step is completed. Now I can simply cross it. So this is the setting I have done for the students. Now you can see previously it was this particular window was showing 0 items because no student was there. But now once you add up the name of your students, so I can see student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, student 5. It is being reflecting here. If you will paste the names of all the students as per your list which you have pasted in, so same names are going to appear over here as your student's name. So first step was creating a class, second step was adding the students. Now
Sumedha
coming
ma'am?
on to the, yes sir.
Uh, yes, ma'am. I think some of the teachers are telling that your screen is blurry, but like it is clear for me on my mobile.
Okay.
But on my computer, your screen is little blurry. So teachers, please let us know if the screen is blurry. Please let us know in the chat box. Okay. Okay. For some teachers, it's clear. For some teachers, it is blurry. I think, Sumedha ma'am, we can go slowly. Like you can hold on whenever you change a page, you can hold on for 3-4 seconds and then you can do a movement.
Okay sir, fine sir, sure. So till here, I think teachers, you must have been able to reach out. I am repeating the steps again. By the time all the teachers who are doing side by side, they can do it on their screen. So in that way, if my screen is blur also, you will be able to do it yourself on your version. So first step is you have to go to Seesaw app. You have to type in web.seesaw.me in your web browser. If you are using mobile, you can also download the Seesaw class app from Play Store or your iOS device. It is a free to download app. Once this app gets downloaded or you open the app in the web version, you have to sign up or log in using your Gmail ID or simply by creating a new account for the Seesaw app. So once you log in or sign up, this is the first page that will be visible to you, which is the dashboard. So on the left hand side, top right hand corner, your name must be reflecting with a gray color rectangular tab. Once you click on that rectangular tab, it will give you an option of creating a new class. So as I have create, these are all the classes which I have, which I teach classes 9th and 10th. So you have to create a new class as per your class level. This is the first step. Second step is you have to add the students. So for that, you have to come now to the right hand top corner to this wrench option. which is the settings. Once you click on this wrench option, you will be able to add the students in your class. So once you go to the students option and click on the second option, which is reflecting manage students. Once you click there, you will be able to add all the students either by copying pasting the class list or by adding the student one by one. It is your wish. How do you want to add the students? And once you add the students, all the names will start reflecting here on the right hand corner below your class name. Teacher class, below it all the students name will start reflecting. Now what is the third step? Third step is that you have to assign an activity to your class. What students are going to do? So why this app or platform is different from the previous digital platforms that I have explored with you, whether it was Kahoot or Quizlet or Quizzes or Padlet, or we have done Wakelet. So how this digital platform is different is that on those particular platforms, you could only do the quizzes, only the formative testing. But here you can involve and engage your learners in the experiential activities. So this is how I also started learning about Seesaw, when I came to know that there is a platform on which we can do activities with the student. Apart from just taking the quiz, we can engage the learner into meaningful experiences. So this is how I started exploring Seesaw. Now the third step we are going to do is we have to make an activity for the students, assign an activity. So the third important button is this add button in the center of your screen, the plus button on the top. Once you click on this add button, there is a second option showing that assign activity. Once you click on this assign activity tab, it will take you to the activity library. So there are two options that you can see on the top of your activity library screen. One is the community and second is the my library option. So if we want to assign an activity which is created by some other teacher in the world, not designed by me, I have to use the community option. I have to use the community option. But if I have to create an activity that is designed by me, or I have to create my own activity, I have to use the option my library. So let us see, if I don't have enough time to create activities and worksheets, let me explore what this platform can give me. What are the activities which are already there, which I can assign to my students? So once I click here, there are different filters. So I can choose the grades, the class level for which I am looking for an activity. So for example, I am looking for an activity for 5th grade. So I will choose the class 5th grade. It gives me plethora of subjects to choose from. It has activities on art, computer science, drama, digital citizenship, English language learners, health, higher education, history, English language. So there are different options: music, maths, physical education, reading, science, SEL, social studies, special education, STEAM, world languages and writing. So these are the different options which the app is already having. So let us take SEL, social emotional learning, and let us see what all activities are already there for the 5th grade children. So these are the activities which I can see are already developed by the teachers around the world. There is an activity on plan a family game, kindness scavenger hunt, writers workshop, kindness paid forward. So as per my classroom level, or as per the work which I have to allot to my children, I can assign any of this activity. So let us try taking the one of the activity to explore how we are going to give this activity to our students. So there is an activity on fixed mindset versus growth mindset. So I want this activity. So I will first open it and read that what the teacher has planned. So this activity is developed by Mrs. Johnson, and the instructions for students are: watch the video on growth mindset versus fixed mindset and answer the 4 questions in complete sentences. So teacher has assigned the activity where the child is supposed to watch the video and then answer few questions which are being assigned by the teacher. So if I want to allot this activity to my children, I simply have to go and click this heart. This heart means I like this activity, and once I click on this heart, this activity will be added to my library. Right now it is in a community library. So once I click on this pink heart, this is added to my library. Now let me go to my library and see if this activity is there or not. So yes, I can see this activity is being added to my library: growth mindset versus fixed mindset. So every activity that you have in your library, there is a green color tab which is appearing on the top right hand corner of your activity, which says assign. So I am going to assign this activity to my students. So once I click on assign activity, it asks me that you want to assign this activity to which class. So all the classes which I have in this Seesaw, it is going to show me all the classes. So I am going to teach a class, the class which has been created right now in front of you. And I simply click on assign to one class. And this activity has been successfully assigned by me to teach a class. Now, how I will see whether my students are able to see this activity or not? So I will come back to my dashboard. This is the dashboard, and you can see this activity is already being added over here. So now let me invite my students to come and do this activity. So I have to use this plus button on the left hand side bottom panel. There is an option which says plus students and families. So once I click on the student option, so it is going to give the instructions for the students to join the class. So I am going to show these instructions to my class and say that children, go to Seesaw class app on your Android phones, or if you are using a laptop or a desktop, please go to app.seesaw.me, and instead of teacher, the child is going to choose the second option: I am a student. This is how the child will look. Is going to have the screen saying I am a teacher or I am a student. The child will choose this option, I am a student. Once the child chooses this option, a QR code window opens up, and small children, they can simply scan this QR code and enter my class. But those children who are little elder, they can also type this text code which appears on the mobile phone or the web window. Once the child chooses I am a student, 3 options are given to the child. Child can either come to the class using this QR code, or the child can come to the class by typing the text code which is appearing below the QR code. It is YXHLHSC. Or the third option is, if the child belongs to the higher class, the high school students can also use their Gmail ID and enter the class. So there are 3 options the child is having: either through QR code, or through the text code, or the third option is the Gmail ID. So these are the 3 options. Once the child comes and enter the class, he or she will see the names of the students appearing there in the list, the ones which are added by the teacher. So child have to pick the name from that particular list. So right now I have added the names like student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, but the child will be able to see his or her own name and have to pick up that particular name which belongs to him or her, and the child will be able to then see the activity. So right now, if anyone is interested, you can scan this QR code as a student, or you can simply enter this text code and you can enter the Seesaw class right now. And any name you can pick out of student 1, student 2, student 3. I have just randomly added 5 students. So you can take up any name just to see what happens as a child, how you will be able to see the screen as a child. And if you want to send all these instructions to your child, there is also an option of print student sign-in poster. You can print these guidelines as a poster and send these guidelines to students on mail or on the WhatsApp group, so that the child can enter later on as per their own comfort level. So this is how the children are able to enter your class. Once the child is able to enter your class, this is the view the child is going to have. There will be 3 options appearing in front of the child: journal, activities, and inbox. These are the 3 options which the child will be able to see on the mobile screen or the web screen. So child have to choose the activities option to see what activities have been allotted to me by my teacher. Once the child click on this activities, the child will be able to see my teacher has allotted growth mindset versus fixed mindset activity to me. And the child have to click on this add response button to give the answer to this particular activity. So as a student, I am showing you, once I click on add response button, I have to pick my name from here. So let me take sample student. They have included one sample student for the teacher to check that whether the activity is being allotted properly or not. So once I click on sample student, the questions which are posted by my teacher will appear here. My teacher has given me 3 questions to answer. Describe a person with a fixed mindset. Describe a person with a growth mindset. What kind of mindset do you have and why? But first I have to view the instructions which the teacher has given me. So these are the instructions which the teacher has given me. Watch the video. So as a child, my teacher has attached a video which I have to view first. So I will go to this link and I will open this window. So it has directed me to a YouTube video based on what my teacher has allotted me. It is showing me a video on growth mindset.
This is a life book. To many people, it's the most important book on their...
I am not going to play this video right now. So once I watch this video, I have to answer these questions which my teacher has allotted me. So let me just show you how you can answer. So I have to edit this. Once I click on editing.
Class code.
Yes, sir. So I am sharing the class code again. So every time you want to add new students, the class code changes in this particular platform. For the security reason, there is a new text code which is being allotted every hour. QR codes do not expire, but new share codes on, never share any code on social media, just for the student privacy issue.
All right, ma'am. You can continue, ma'am.
Yes. So is this clear? Is this QR code visible to everyone, sir?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible to me. I think it is visible to all the other teachers as well. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sure. So let us continue. I want to allot this activity. So I have told you how to assign it, how your students can add responses to this worksheet. Now let me show you if you want to make your own activity. So how you can make your own activity. So I will use this add button and go to assign activity. So again, I will be directed to the activity library. And this is the, let me show you one of the activity which I have tried doing with my class 9 student. Then I will show you how you can make your own creative activities also. So this is one activity I tried doing with my class 9 students. I have taken this activity from the community library only. I am teaching my class 9 students about electoral politics. So all those teachers who teach social sciences, they must be aware of this chapter, which we teach in political science to our students, which talks about the election process, that how the elections takes place at different levels, state level, local level, and the center level. So I told my children that now we have done the chapter, let us do a activity. So this was the activity which I have given to my students, where my students were expected to put their photograph in this worksheet and also make a list of all the laws that they will propose if they got selected as a mayor of the city or a town, and what kind of other changes they would like to make in their own area. So using the different tool options like drawing pencil tool, text tool, mic tool, they were supposed to complete this worksheet. So let me show you what were the responses given by my students. So you will be amazed to see the creativity of the children, the way they get engaged into such activities. So all those activities we used to do when we were in the physical classroom, we used to go and enjoy all the activities. But now during the remote learning experiences, we were not able to do such activities with the children. So this is how I, as a teacher, found Seesaw very relevant, that I can do many activities with my children. So once I did give this activity to my students, so I was trying to show you what kind of responses were given by the children. So let me show you some of the responses. Okay, so this was the page which this is the student view, that when this activity was allotted to the child had the following option to do with this worksheet. The child can add any text using this T option. So once the child clicks on T option, this text box will appear, and using this text box, the child can write the pointers. This is a mic option, where the child has the facility to record the audio and submit. Here the child can use the camera option and put the photograph here, and these are the three extra buttons which gives access to different shapes for the mathematical activities. The background of the worksheet can be changed, and child can also attach some links if the child is willing to attach. And once there are other options at the bottom panel. There is a pencil button, there is a pen button, there is a marker, there is a highlighter, and there is a eraser for child to explore all the tools of a digital platform. And once the activity is done, the child can simply click on the plus button to see what the child has done. So there are 14 responses. So I would like to show you some of the responses which my children have submitted here on the, so this is how you will be able to see all your students. And this is the activity done by one of my student, Aditya. So once I click this, the child has put his photograph here, and on the next page, on the second page, the child has mentioned this is the list of laws he would like to propose if he becomes the mayor. He says, I will make strict rules on crime, on women's safety, some rules on clean surroundings, decreasing the GDP rate. So this is how you will be able to see each and every post. So some students have still not submitted. So these are the students activities. You can see this is one girl, Kushi Makhija. So she has put her photograph, and she has also used the mic button to record her audio.
Solar panel in every society, no corruption. Indeed, dogs can be injected and can be.
So I can simply use this like button to like the activity of my child, and I can also give my feedback to the child using this comment option. So using this comment option, I can say you did a great job, keep rocking. So I can simply post it. So as and when the child comes to the Seesaw app, the child will be able to see that my activity is being graded by my teacher, and my teacher has shared the comments for my activity. So this is how the dashboard of all the students will start appearing, and you will be able to tell a particular child that I have not received your activity, you have not been marked present today, or you have not given marks for this particular activity. So now this is how I wanted to show you first, that how you will be able to see the activities which your children have done. Now let us create our own activity by clicking the plus button. I again go to assign activity. And once I go to assign activity, I can create my own activity. This is a button I have to use, create new activity. So once I click on this create new activity tab, it gives me a blank dashboard where I can create activities for my children. So what is the activity name I want to do today? So let us do an activity on introduce yourself to your teacher. So maybe as a creative self-introductory activity, you can create one introductory activity for your children. Now these are the student instructions that I can write here. So there are some kind of coding which can be done here. So for the children, so these are the different codes I have shown you. If you remember in the PPT also, let me just take you to the PPT again and show you what are the different kind of codes that you can use. So these are the different kind of codes that you can see on my screen. If you add these codes, automatically they will be converted into the labels, into the codes. If I say colon label colon, so once the activity is ready, it will be converted into the text option. For mic, I have to use colon mic colon. So these are the different coding text shortcuts you can use for making your activity description interesting and giving a new kind of experience to the child. So let us go back again and create an activity using these codes. So I'm going to write some instructions, simple instructions. Introduce yourself to your teacher in a creative way. Second instruction, so I'm writing here, use label button to write text, use mic option to record your introduction, So similarly, I can add as many instructions for my children as I want. I can also put voice instructions if I want to give an experience to my children wherein I feel that yes, I am talking to my children directly. The child does not feel that my teacher is not talking to me. So you can also add the voice instructions for your children, and you can also add a video from any other app like Flipgrid, or maybe you have recorded your audio or video in your mobile phone, or you have a podcast for your children. So you can also add other multimedia using this add multimedia instructions. And once you have added these both, then you can come to the template which you want to give to the students. So I have to create a template where my children are going to put their photograph, use a drawing tool, upload their videos, write some notes, or upload any kind of other files, or put some relevant links. So this is a tool which has a plethora of option. Drawing tool as a mic also, text option also, and a shapes option also. So let me take this drawing tool, and this is the kind of a blank worksheet for me to create for my children. So let me create a beautiful worksheet for my children. So I will use this T option to add a text box, and I will write here again, introduce yourself. And with the help of different option, I can change the text color or the font style. So if I click on this particular hand showing at the bottom panel, this gives me the freedom to move this text box, to change the style. There are different options. I can put link, I can change the order, I can lock this so that the child is not able to move this shape like I am able to move this shape. Delete this, duplicate this. So different, I can change the style of this particular caption which I have given. Maybe I have to give this particular comic strip like look I want to give, and put this tab on the top. Now I can also use this audio button and record myself and give my introduction first. Hello children, I'm your new teacher for the year 2020. Welcome you all in my class. Hope we all have a nice year ahead. Due to the lockdown, I could not meet you. So I want to know about my students. Please tell me something about it, your strengths, your weakness, your favorite color, your favorite destination, and let us all have a nice year ahead. And I simply pause it. So once it is done, I can simply click on the done button, and this audio is added in my screen. I can also click my photo and put it here, or upload any kind of other photographs which I want. Maybe I want to show my face to children. Since we have not met, so I can upload my own photograph here. I can make my own video also, or using these three buttons I can use some creative shapes for my children to give them a colorful experience. I can teach maths also using these symbols. I can use different kind of shapes and teach them. So these are the two shapes I have used. I can place them anywhere. To make my worksheet interactive, I can change the background of this worksheet by giving it a nice color. So the background color is only going to be added in the borders, not in the complete worksheet. There are different page options also. If I want to give work to small children, so there is an option of different lines, dots, check boxes. So accordingly, the worksheet will be designed. Now, once it is ready, I can simply assign this worksheet to my students by clicking on this check button on the right hand side, and this template will be added to my worksheet. So here is the template which I have designed for my students, and it will be already added. So once this activity is ready, I can simply click on save button so that it gets added to my library. And once it gets added to my library, I can simply assign it to my students in the same way that I assigned the previous activity. I have chosen my class and click on assign to one class, and it is saying it has been assigned to teacher class. Again, I will go back to my class, teacher class option, choose my class from here, teacher class. I can see 2 students are already there in my class. So all those who are already there, they can try doing this activity also. You simply have to share the class code with your students whenever you want them to enter the class. So using this QR code option, I can tell my children to come and join my class and do this activity, introductory activity. So there are simply amazing activities that you can use from the community library on different subjects. So if you feel like that I don't have enough time in the remote learning atmosphere to create my own activities, so please go and explore this community. It is full of so many activities that you are simply going to love. There are activities which are really engaging and fun for students, so you don't have to care about. For small children, they can write the alphabets in the boxes. There are story activities, there are character building activities, there are maths activities, back to school resume activities. So there are multiple activities you can see here, portfolio activities. So all these subjects are there on which you can have the activities, and also different grades option up to class 12th grade and even up to the higher level. You have so many activities which you can easily allot to your students. So generally primary school teachers are very apprehensive that what activities we can do here. So this is one activity. Let me show you how you can use this activity for very young learners. I simply go to this activity and instructions are already there. The teacher is saying tap to add response, tap the play arrow button in the upper left hand corner and listen to the words. Say the word and stretch the sound. How many sounds do you hear? Touch the letter for each sound you hear and drag them down to the line with the on the purple box. So this is how the instructions are already there. The teacher has added a voice instructions also to make it clear to the small young learners. And let me just click on this heart button, and this is now added to my library. I can go to my library and I can check it whether it has been added to my library or not. If you want, you can do some editing also. There is an option of editing also. So you can do your own editing in this activity before you assign to your students. And it is saying me assign, or there are these 3 buttons. So once I click on these 3 buttons, it gives me the option of copying and editing the activity. If once you edit the activity, it will start appearing with your name on the top. Once you do any kind of editing, so it will appear in your name. So again, I am allotting this activity to teach a class, and let me show you what kind of experience the students are going to have in this particular activity which I have assigned. So let me show you. The child is going to click on this add response, choose the name. So I am the student. I have chosen my name, sample student. And this kind of experience the child is going to have. This activity has almost 5 pages. So you don't have to do anything. Everything is done by the teacher, you just have to assign this activity. You have to listen to the instructions which are given here in the audio which is recorded by the teacher. So these are the instructions. I can play the instructions.
Movable alphabet to spell at family words. Number 1, tap the green add response to start the.
So teacher has already recorded all the instructions. The child can simply drag and move, and using these other options, the child can make words over here in the checkbox. So this is a very beautiful activity which the primary school educators can use and allot to their children. So there is page 1, there is page 2, there is page 3. So this teacher has added already 5-page activity designed for the young learners. So you simply have to go through the activity. If you feel it is appropriate, you can simply assign to your children, and whatever responses they will give, everything will be visible over here. You will be able to say 1 response, 0 waiting for approval, 0 draft, 6 have not responded because there are 6 students in my class, and those who have responded, you can review them, you can like them, you can comment upon them. So this is how it is a very important and a very grateful, you can say, digital platform for the teachers and families. Now, how you can invite families and parents to see the work of their children? So in the same way, like you have invited the students, you have to now go to the families plus button. On the left hand side bottom panel, there is a button called families. So once I click on this family button, it is saying me help families connect to their child's learning. Turn on the family access. Once I click here, it will take me to a window where I can send an invite to every parent. So either I can add the email IDs of the parents as per the student name, or I can add their mobile number. So a message will go to a particular child parent on the email ID or on the mobile number asking for the permission to, it will say that a link has been sent by the teacher of your ward to join the Seesaw family. So the parent have to just click on accept invite, and parent will be able to see all the posts by picking up the name of his or her own child. And you can also send printed invites to the parents. If you think the parents will need some guidelines, they will not be able to enter the app, so you can print invites from here. It is saying that which language you prefer for the parent invites. Click on parent and print invites, so you will be able to see a complete document which is telling to the parents that how you have to enter the Seesaw app and how you can enter the your child's work. So here are the teacher instructions. Here are some FAQ questions, and this is the QR code for my parents. So using everything is given, you don't have to worry about anything. All the instructions are there for each student, which I can simply send to the parent. For every child, you can see there is a different QR code. So here student 1 family has a different QR code, student 2 family has a different QR code. So all the parents will be able to see only their child work, not the work of the other child to comment upon. So this is how you can invite families, either by printing the invites, or you can share a common link, share an invite link to all the parents collectively without adding the family number or the email number of parents one by one. You can create a common link for all the parents. Simply copy this link and send it to the parents. So they will be able to come into the platform and able to see their child's work and write their comments, show their liking to the children. So this is how this platform is really great in terms of connecting the all the stakeholders, whether they are students, teachers, parents. You can invite your co-teacher to be a part of your classroom. Like in the small classes, generally there are 2 teachers in one class, so both the teachers will have the access to the entire class. So till here, are there any questions, Sumesh sir? that I can answer?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, we have few questions. I think few of them were covered, but some which I think were not covered. I will just ask them to you. So, ma'am, just to clarify, the students have to register, right, to join your class.
They have to sign in. Either they have to sign in using their Gmail ID, or they can use the QR code option or the text code option. There are three options given to the child. So for very young learners, the QR code option is best. For the middle school level, the text code works, and for the high school level, the Gmail ID works.
All right, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, so yeah, can this be connected to Microsoft Teams?
You can share the link of the website in the Microsoft Teams, but you cannot do any other functioning here. Like you can connect the classroom through Google Classroom, but not through Microsoft Teams. But you can
All
share the invitation link and the QR code if you want in the Microsoft meeting only by sharing the screen. You can share the QR code. This is how I also connected my students in the class. I simply opened up the QR code and they entered my class.
all right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, how can you monitor the activity, the completion activity of your students? Like, how can you track?
Yeah, so simply I go to my class and I will see which activity was allotted to the class by me. So I will go to this activities option and I will be able to see I have given two activities to my children. So here it is mentioned that 0 responses, 4 waiting for approval, 0 drafts, 31 not responded. So maybe this was a repeated one. So in this activity, I can see 19 have not responded, but 7 have responded and 6 waiting for the approval. So once I click on this review button, on the top of the activity which I have allotted to my children. So entire dashboard will open where all the names of the students of my class will be getting reflected. So I created this activity by giving some of the features. So I made this activity for my learners where I was teaching them about the Indian Constitution, facts about Indian Constitution. So I what I did was I created some of the facts in the rectangular tabs and I told them that you have to simply drag and drop these facts. Either if they are true, put them in the true section. If they are false, put them in the false section. So once this activity was allotted, so this is the sample work. I can show you what students have done. So there is one child in my class, Anvesha Rathore. So this is how she has put all the tabs here. She has put the facts which are true in the true column and the facts which are false in the false one. So I can click here on the like option and I can leave my comments for my children that yes, you did a great job and simply post it. So this is how I can keep a track of my activity, that I can edit this item by the child. Maybe the child has not written something which is appropriate, so I can edit it. I can edit the people, I can edit folders, edit the date, share this item with the parents or anyone else, delete this item, get the QR code of this particular item and share with other children. So this is how I can do many things in this platform. And I simply click on approve. So till now it was coming as a review, that my review was required here. But once I click on approve, so I can see all the activities which are done by my children and I can simply approve all also. So whatever items are needing review, I can simply approve them and I can make a note of all the activities, because here the data is reflecting that I have got 13 responses and 19 students have still not responded. And those who are appearing blank, it means these students have still not responded. So I can tell them in the class that see, this is the condition of the work which was allotted and these many students have not done, so you will be given 0 in the assessment which I was supposed to take in the class assessment. Since in the higher classes we have a lot of multiple assessment to be done, mapped with the pen and paper test. So every time after every chapter I plan such activity where students get some engaging experiences rather than just doing the work on copy and pen and asking them to write this, write that, because the elder children are very stubborn. Sometimes they don't want to write anything in the copies. So this is how I do chapter wise revision with them after completing the chapter.
All right, ma'am.
Yes.
That answers the question. And like one teacher wanted to know if they can like conduct exam using this. I don't think that is possible, right?
No, actually, this is not a exam platform. This is basically a platform where you can assign interactive worksheets and assignments to the student, but you have to review them and make a note of marks in a separate list that you can maintain in Google Sheets or maybe your registers. You can see what the child has done, and on the basis of that, you can give marks to the child. But you cannot assess the activity directly inside the platform. You can add your comments, you can like their activities, you can edit their comments, but you cannot do anything else.
All
Now,
right.
if I click here on the journal option, I would like to tell this also. So this is how the each child journals will be visible to the teacher separately. So this is the digital portfolio of Kashvi. She has done this particular activity, and here I can see these are the learning codes which I can share. Home learning code is the code which the child can do at home later on. Maybe the child is not in class, so I can like this activity, I can comment upon it, and using these three dots, I can do lot of things with the activity done with by my child. So each child's journal will be prepared with all the activities the child is doing. All the activities will be visible to me in the child's journal. That is the digital portfolio of the child.
Yeah. So basically, which means in journal, every child's the entire activities, everything will
Yes,
be there.
yes. Everything will be there. And this is the class journal which is showing in ninth B. 7 activities has been done. So using this folder icon, I can simply click on this folder icon, and this will ask me that if you want to create folders and put the activities into folder, I can create subject wise folders also. For example, maybe in the smaller classes this works where only single teacher is teaching all the subjects, science, maths, English, Hindi. So the teacher can create specific folders, and as per the folder she can assign the activities to children. This is for EVS, this is for maths, this is for Hindi, this is for English. So it is easier for the teacher to manage when the things are in the folder. So for the primary classes where only single teacher is teaching all the subjects, this folder option is very good. But since I am teaching only one subject in each class, so I have not created folders.
All right, ma'am.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
and this is
so
the this there is one inbox option also where which can be used to send messages to the families and students through this particular app. There is
all
an
right.
inbox option. So once you click on this inbox option, a message window will be opening. You can send some student announcements, you can do some family announcements, you can send see the notifications which are there. So these are the notifications which I have got from my students. So this is how you can use this platform completely. I think maybe it is somewhat similar to Google Classroom, but this gives you more option of doing engaging activities inside the platform only.
Yes, ma'am. So our next question is, so when you shared the class code, ma'am, is it common for all the students, or do you have to like individually invite every student to your different classes?
No, no, it is common for all the students. Only for the families it is different as per the student. But for the
Okay.
students, there is only one single code through which all the students can enter in my class and see whatever activities I have allotted to them.
Yes. So Riyan sir and Kusuma ma'am, I hope your question has been answered. So the code will remain same for that particular class. You don't have to like manually add every student every time. Um, so Sumedha ma'am, Like, can
Yes, sir.
students assign the work to other students? That is not possible, right?
No, students cannot assign the work to other students. Only the teacher will be able to assign the worksheets to other students,
All
because
right.
this is the platform for the teachers. And it really works with all the age groups. It's not only for the primary level or middle level. It is the creativity of the teacher, that what kind of activity you want to design. Since it has a audio option also, it has a video also, it has drawing tool also, it is a text box also. So it is a blank canvas. The way we used to design worksheets on paper, you can design digital worksheets where the child has multimedia to answer. So it is the choice of the child whether I want to say the answer by recording my voice, or my I want to make my video, or I want to draw something, or I want to type my thoughts. So it is the child has multiple options to express his thoughts.
All right. So,
Yes.
like, before moving on, I will just release a poll, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Yeah. So, ma'am, after this, is there any segment left?
No, sir. From my side, all the segments are clear. But if we still have questions, we will
Yes, yes.
continue.
Sure. Okay. So I'm going to launch the final poll. So teachers, you will be able to see the poll on your screen. There are two questions. So right now, how comfortable do you feel with Seesaw, and how would you rate the session? I would request all the teachers to honestly give us feedback, so that this will help us to improve our upcoming sessions. And teachers, please do not worry. We will cover all the questions. But for that, please, like, take part in this poll. Once all the teachers take part in this poll, we will cover rest of the questions. I see questions coming in the chat box. Definitely, we will cover all the questions. But please take part in this poll. So I'll keep this poll up for more 30 seconds. So teachers, quickly just take a second and come to your main screen, home screen of Zoom, and please answer this question. Yes, Sonali ma'am, Harsha ma'am, Rima ma'am, do not worry, we will cover your questions. I can see your questions in the chat box. Teachers, I would request everyone to please take part in the poll. I see only 33 teachers answering the poll. The poll is available on your screens. Teachers, I would strongly request everyone to take part in this poll. Only like 38 teachers have participated in the poll. There are two questions in the poll, as you can see. So please let us know your honest feedback. That will help us to improve the sessions. Uh, Teachers, I would strongly request you to please answer the poll. The poll is available on your screen. So the poll will be up for 20 more seconds, and then I'm going to stop the poll. So teachers, I'm going to end the poll now, and then I'm going to share the results. I see only 2% of teachers, or one teacher does not feel comfortable with Seesaw, but rest all the teachers have moved one step above. Earlier, there were like 83% teachers who were not aware about Seesaw and they were not comfortable, but right now, like, many teachers feel comfortable. Thank you so much, teachers, for your honest feedback. And now we will take all the questions. I see already Sumedha ma'am trying to answer the questions in the chat box. But if you have any other questions you feel we have not answered, please feel free to ask them now in the chat box. And before that, I will just quickly share next week's schedule as well. So Sumedha ma'am, you can continue answering the questions in the chat box, and then once I share the schedule, we will take the questions again.
Sure, sir.